The morning everything fell apart, Emily Carter woke before her alarm. The apartment was silent except for the soft breathing of her 6-year-old son, Noah, curled beside her on the mattress they shared. The heater had stopped working again during the night, and the cold crept through the thin walls like an unwanted guest. Emily brushed a strand of hair from Noah's forehead and whispered, "It's going to be okay, buddy." She didn't fully believe it. Noah's school had called the night before. A water pipe had burst. Classes were canceled for 2 days. Emily had no family in the city, no close friends who could babysit, and her daycare provider had quit suddenly the week before. Missing work wasn't an option. She worked as a customer support clerk at a large insurance company downtown. They were strict. 3 absences meant termination. She already had 2, so she did the only thing she could think of. She brought Noah with her. The office tower looked colder than usual that morning. Gray glass, gray walls, gray faces rushing in and out. Emily held Noah's hand tightly as they stepped inside. "Remember," she whispered, kneeling beside him, "you stay quiet, you draw in your notebook, and don't leave my side, okay?" Noah nodded seriously. "I'll be invisible, Mom." Her heart cracked at the word invisible. She tucked him into the empty cubicle beside hers, gave him crayons and his favorite superhero coloring book, and logged into her computer. For the first hour, everything went fine. Then the supervisor arrived. Linda, high heels clicking like gunshots across the floor. She stopped in front of Emily's desk and stared at Noah. "What is this?" Emily stood quickly. I'm so sorry. His school is closed today. I tried everyone. I had no choice. This is a workplace, not a daycare." "I know, please. He won't make a sound, I promise." Linda crossed her arms. "Company policy. No children allowed. You know that." Tears filled Emily's eyes. "Please, Linda, just today. I need this job." Linda's expression didn't soften. "HR. Now." Noah sat alone in the cubicle, swinging his small legs, while his mother lost everything behind a glass door. When Emily came back, her face was pale. She knelt in front of her son, forcing a smile that broke halfway through. "It's okay," she said softly. But Noah saw the tears. "Did I do something bad?" "No, never," she whispered, hugging him tightly. She was fired, effective immediately. Security escorted them out. No explanation mattered. No apologies were accepted. Just like that, her world collapsed. That night, Emily sat on the edge of the bed, staring at eviction notices and unpaid bills. Noah slept clutching her arm. She felt like she had failed him. For 3 weeks, she applied everywhere: coffee shops, call centers, grocery stores, offices, nothing. Finally, a small logistics company called her for an interview. The pay was lower, the hours were longer, but she said yes before they even finished the sentence. The building was modest, old brick, warm light inside. The receptionist smiled kindly. "Mr. Harris will see you shortly." Emily waited, heart pounding. She smoothed her wrinkled blouse, practiced answers in her head. Then the door opened. A tall man in his mid-30s stepped out. Kind eyes, calm voice. "Emily Carter?" "Yes." He extended his hand. "I'm Daniel Harris, Operations Director." She shook it nervously. They walked into his office. The interview began normally. Experience, skills, availability. Then he paused, glancing at her resume. "There's a gap here," he said gently. 3 weeks. Emily swallowed. She had promised herself not to cry, but her voice shook. "I was fired. I brought my son to work because his school was closed. I didn't have childcare." She waited for judgment. Instead, Daniel leaned back slowly in his chair. Silent. Too silent. Then he said quietly, "Your son, how old is he?" "6." Daniel closed his eyes for a second. Then he stood up, walked to the window. His voice was different when he spoke again. "Do you want to know why I asked HR to interview you personally?" Emily looked up, confused. Yes? He turned around and said the words that would change her life. I was that kid. Emily froze. Daniel continued, his voice steady but heavy. My mother used to clean offices at night. When her babysitter canceled, she brought me with her. He smiled faintly. I slept under desks, did homework on copy machines, learned how to be invisible. Emily's breath caught. One night, he said, her boss found me. He fired her on the spot. Emily's eyes filled with tears. She cried all the way home, Daniel whispered. I remember holding her hand and promising I'd grow up and fix everything. He swallowed. She never got the chance to see it. She passed away when I was in college. The room was silent. Emily couldn't speak. Daniel sat back down. When I read your resume, I saw her. Same strength, same fears, same love. He slid a folder across the desk. You're hired. Emily covered her mouth. You don't even know if I'm good at the job. Daniel smiled. I know you're a good mother. The rest we can teach. Emily started the next Monday. Flexible hours, work from home option, health insurance, and something more. A small room near the office labeled family space, with toys, books, a couch. Daniel believed children shouldn't be hidden. One evening, Emily stayed late finishing reports. Noah sat nearby, building a tower of blocks. Daniel passed by. Noah looked up. Are you my mom's boss? Daniel knelt. I am. Noah tilted his head. Are you mad she brings me here? Daniel smiled softly. No, buddy. I'm grateful. Why? Daniel touched his chest. Because once, I was you. Noah thought for a moment, then hugged him. Daniel's eyes filled with tears. Years later, Emily became a department manager. Noah grew confident, kind, and brave, and in the office lobby hung a small framed sign, no parent should have to choose between their job and their child. It was signed, Daniel Harris, for the boy he once was and the future he refused to let disappear.